Well, here we are, folks. Welcome back to Delboy's Garage, Project Rat Trailer, episode 40. Just mad. When we started this, I never set out for this to be more than half a dozen videos, maybe 10 at the most, but I got involved in it, I got a little bit more deeply involved in what I was going to do, and we turned it out as something completely different to what was initially planned, which is just a little cheap trailer to tow behind the bike, because I took the time to make the tow frame. The tow frame was a bit of fun while I was bored between projects. I wanted to make something that I could bolt onto the bike that I could stick a trailer on, and I looked at trailers to buy and I couldn't find anything to buy that was going to fit on a rat bike, so that's where it all came from. And here we are, episode 40. Now it's about time I called it a day. The last few jobs have been significant things that have been needed to be done, but now everything is done. Number plates on, reflectors on, everything's done. The grip fill itself has set of sorts. It's kind of gone hard enough to paint, and it will cure over the course of more time. It's gone more like a soft plastic now, and that's good enough. That'll do the job, and in the summer it will go rock hard when the time comes, when it gets warm again. But for now, I don't think there's much more to do other than a quick paint round, a quick tidy up, and I'm going to stick my neck out and call it done. All that leaves then, it's pretty much getting dark now today, and it's a Sunday and I've got other things to do this afternoon after this, and I can't tow it at the moment, purely because I want to get some mates involved. I want to get some cameras. I've got my mate John, my mate Dave. We're going to go out there with some GoPros and we're going to get this thing filmed on the road. It's going to be great fun. I think that's an episode I'm really looking forward to, and it's one where I want to do some befores and afters. I want to get a trailer out in the front yard and do some sort of still shots and before and after when it was done, so it looks good. But for now, all I can do, I want to make Project Rat Trailer a wrap. I want to wrap it up, call it number 40, finished. Now there's a reason I want to do that. The few projects, and I've said this a few times, a couple of projects that I've been watching and following, they've got to a finishing stage where the little bits come in, all the peripheral stuff, and they kind of dropped off the tube. Two particular people I've been following, sadly I haven't seen them for over a month, 2 months in fact, and one of them on the tube. So this is just the way it goes, people's lives, especially when the winter comes. They're a bit like a bear, they go into hibernation and you don't see them again. Some projects are just long term, ongoing, you know, you just see bits of them when they come up. Other people, and mate said to me the other day, the car's in the garage in a million bits and it'll be done when it's done. You know, I'm working, I don't get the time, and of course these days if you're working, many of us is lucky to have a job, so work comes first. So anyway, waffling on, that's the point. I want to finish this and I want to draw a line under it, so people watching it, people following it, there's nothing more to come. There's nothing more constructive that's going to change with it. It's going to be this one tonight is going to be it, and when it's finished then it will be a case of just probably a couple of weeks, I would imagine, purely because I want to get a day when myself, my two mates Dave and John are off at the same time, a Sunday when it's bright, and we're going to get out there and we're going to do a couple of bits of filming. We'll meet for breakfast, I'll take the trailer along and we'll have a bit of fun. That will be the final video. That will be not part of the project because it's nothing to do with the build. That's something I'm deeply looking forward to. In the interim time between today's video and probably a couple of weeks or two before I get a chance to do this, perhaps even after Christmas before we can pull it together, I don't know. We'll do something as soon as possible. We'll make it work. Between now and then, I've got some stuff on the bike. I've got the hemp rope to get involved in still. I've got some other mad stuff to weld onto the bike. Rat and survival bikes are a constant project, and that's the great thing about them, and that's what I'm not too worried. So we'll have some of that. The GoPro camera looks like it's booked in. We're going to get that probably Christmas. I think Santa is going to possibly bring me one, so we will have GoPro stuff on the channel. It will be ride vlogs, not the usual stuff. It will be a little bit different because it has to be, because it's Delboy's Garage and we can't do anything that anyone else does. So there we go. Stick around, stay tuned tonight. I'm just going to do a little bit of finish painting and get this thing wrapped up. So this is what happens. Okay, so here is the little thing. Hard to really see in the garage, a bit cramped tonight, but all I've got to do this evening is finish off painting over this. Like I said, it is still soft. You can kind of stick your fingernail in it, make marks, but that's alright. That'll be okay to paint over. Paint over these, which are cool. Just get that sorted out, and little areas in the back, so just tidy up the inside. A little bit of tidying around the plug hole. Peeled off the excess of that, but it's left a bit of mess, so tidy that up. Plus a few chips, scratches, things that have appeared over the course of time since I've been messing about with it, and hopefully finish it off. I want to paint a little bit over these nuts and stuff. So there we are, just to tidy around with the paint. and try and make this thing finished. So here's the best example of that. Grip feel is a bit of it. It's kind of gone, as you can see. It's soft still, but it's gone like a rubber hard plastic, so that's okay to paint. So there we are. Tonight's about getting a little bit of paintage done. Just like I said, tidying up, finishing off, wrapping the thing up, and the main point as well is that Rat and Survival bikes, the whole thing, the whole Rat and Survival ethos is about starting something off. And I want to give a lecture on rat biking because I don't know anything about it. It's not my my forte. I'm sure that I'll get argued with by a dozen commenters, but the whole principle of rat biking is that you start the thing off by painting it black. If you want to make a rat bike, I've had a few younger YouTubers, sort of new riders, come in and say, I just want to build a rat bike out of my this, that or the other. What's the first thing? How do I do it? Well, it's quite straightforward really. Let's just get this dried off. Right. It's quite straightforward really. The point is to, with any Rat and Survival bike, if it was mine, I mean, I don't know, I'm no authority and there are no rules on it. So you do whatever you like and you do what suits you. But for my part, I think that a rat bike, I'm just going to save the rest of that grip fill before it dries. There you go. A rat bike is you just paint it black first, clean it all off, paint it black and start from there. And that is the start point. Once it's black, then you start to make it real. And this trailer, this is just the start of its life as a rat trailer. It will go on changing. As I'm looking in this, I've just got some skin on it, which I'll get rid of. I just know it's going to encroach on things, cause problems. Trouble with oil paint, you put it in the tin and it just gradually sets. You get a skin, which I guess is good because that preserves it from drying right out, but anything else. Okay, there it is. Right, paint. Like I said, just want to covering up these last bits. Chance to make it good. It's funny, it's at this point in the project where you sit back and you start to reminisce about the things you've done. You look at the thing and you remember the problem you might have had with a given thing and how difficult and how you got around it. It's good fun. And also at the same time, this point in any project is tinged with a little bit of sadness because it's finished. You can't play with it anymore. In the sense that it's done constructionally. And if I do anything else, it's going to have to be taking this further, which I suppose it will, because again, like I just said, rat bikes are about constant change. Just ragging this out so it doesn't make a line or a clean, like a specific line in the paint. It'll just blend in and then go matte. Found that this stuff, if it's too thick, it doesn't matte out. It just sort of goes like a satin colour, which is a bit posh really. Got to be matte. Alright. Leave that up till it's dry. So there we are. Tidy, clean, looking the part, and for as much as I can state it, done. I'll shut the plug once it dries, otherwise it will stick and then seal permanently. So that's it. Cramped at the moment. Can't really do a big walk round, but I want to save a big old chunk of revealing everything for when we get it out in the daylight, get it hitched up, and get this wretched thing dragged down the street. Well, there we are. Project Rat Trailer. Finished. I've been looking forward to saying that for a long time. And standing looking at it, I'm quite proud of it. It's come a lot further than I thought it would. It's in a position where I can take the daft chains off and the finials and all the decoration. I can just use it as a tough little work trailer for taking rubbish to the tip if we choose to. So either way it's going to be used. I've decided to extend the wire in so I can plug it into the van. As much as I can make a jockey loom to come down to meet the shortened wiring on this, it won't work for the van. And I do want to tow it behind the van as well as the bike. So ultimately I'll be extending the wire in and doing other things. Just a final point on the rat bike thing. A few people have emailed new riders and said they want to build a rat bike, want to do something unusual. Well, that's fine, that's cool, but don't think you could build a rat bike. That's the point. I think everybody who's into it knows, and it's pretty much widely known. You don't build a rat bike. You don't just get on a Saturday morning, get up and say, I'm going to build a rat bike today. What you do is you start one. That's the easiest way to put it. And to start a rat bike, you just get the suitable bike, make sure it's mechanically sound in every possible way. Absolutely no excuse for anything on the bike to be less than perfect as if it was a shiny bike. In fact, there's more reason, because it's going to look like a shed for it to look good. So, oh, sorry, for it to physically work good. So, work good, muppet. For it to be mechanically sound and efficient on the road and safe. That's what I'm meaning to say here. The other main point is that once you've got the bike, get it rubbed down, get all the shiny surfaces rubbed down with some sandpaper. It doesn't matter what, just some gritty sandpaper, get it rubbed down, get all the shine off it, give it a jet wash, get it dried right out, and give it a coat of matte black. Once it's got a coat of matte black, you've started it, you've opened the book, and you've begun your rat bike. And then after there, you just got to let it season itself, you've got to ride it, you've got to let things break, you've got to fix it with things that are unconventional, and you've got to keep working on it. It is a constant project, it's never going to stop, it's going to keep going. And that's the same with the trailer. I might come up with some different things, I've got some ideas for a lid which I want to put on it, but I'm not going to make that part of the project. This is finished, end X, done, finish, return RTU, return to unit. So now I'm going to just concentrate on the bike for the next few weeks or so through Christmas break. I've got a lot of work coming up, working right through Christmas, and once we get into the new year and get the other side of all the holidays, we will get it towed up the road. We will definitely, I promise, faithfully, we will get this towed up the road and it will be a video. But as for the project itself, this is episode 40, this is finished, end X, that's it. Project Rat Trailer is all done. Thank you for all of your support, thank you for all of the commitment and watching and your investment in your time taken to watch and to comment and to send me some funny remarks and the generous gifts from the number plate to the finials to all the different things that I've had sent to me. I really, really appreciate it. This project would not be the same, it wouldn't be what it is without the input from yourself watching, and that's what's really important to me. This has been a fantastic journey, I've loved it to bits, and I will do the next thing as soon as the new year rolls in, which is going to be the ride vlogs and some more work on the Bandit, and hopefully at some point I can get stuck into the Hayabusa. Just not enough hours in the day. So there we go, take it easy, ride safe, stick around, watch for the next video. We're going to put one up every few days, and let's get through to the spring in one piece. See you next time.